Hey guys, this is Fan, and thank you for coming back to my video series of reading the My Hero Academia style of the manga books, volume 25. And listen, before you go any further, you're going to be spoiled if you only watch the anime series on television. So, let's get started. Remember, last week's video that I had, the chapter 239, there was a battle between the Liberation leader, Ridestro, and Shigaraki. Well, just to put it point blank, Shigaraki whooped the fart out of Ridestro. So Ridestro actually gave up and he handed the whole corporation of the Liberation right to Shigaraki. So let's get started with chapter 240, and the title is called Power. A terrible tragedy unfolded in this once peaceful city. According to eyewitnesses, a group of 20 men and women with particular grudge against heroes were the culprits. To conduct this premeditated attack, the terrorists used false information to lure heroes just outside the city before commencing their assault. In the face of the sudden threat, the citizens of Deca banded together to fight back. Heroes also joined the battle. Many of the good citizens of Deca lost their lives that day, but when the dust settled, all 20 conspirators were dead. At the time, President and CEO of Rika Yatsubishi was in Deca. Though he suffered terrible injuries, including the loss of his legs, the businessman survived. While some claimed that rampant quirk use of untrained civilians did more harm than good. Many are lauded the citizens of Deca as heroes who heeded the call of duty. With so many mysteries still surrounding this disaster, the investigation continues. Now, back to the League of Villains. Well, no pain, no gain, as people like to say, Mr. Compress. But you didn't do squat, Dabby. Haha, nonsense, I was amazing at running away, Compress. And then Spinner, you don't want to eat this, Dabby? And Dabby says, go ahead, I hate fish. And then twice, poor Toka, I'm so sorry. If Toka hadn't shared her blood, Toka would have... And then Toka comes in, knock it off! It's creepy since I'm still alive. How about I stop creeping people out? How about that? Ugh, stupid leg, stop kicking things without permission. Twice. I'm a bad, bad boy. Please don't hit me. Huh? What the heck am I saying? Twice. I thought he overcame whatever his issue was, Dobby. Looks like that forced remedy only made things worse. Spinner. It's time to come on. Shut up, we're dining over on sushi over here. It was our money that paid for that sushi, yeah? As well as your medical treatments, the video doctoring, and Toga's new coat. Yeah, so what? You've got us to thank for the big boss Bodley being here in this hideout and not zonked out in a hospital bed. Just let it go, skeptic. The Grand Command, Redestro, those chose these people, and an order from Redestro is as good as any from Destro himself. And then the leader of the Liberation, once again, he's not a leader of the Liberation anymore, but he's speaking out to his people. Liberation warriors, I am Redestro. As of today, the Metahuman Liberation Army is reborn. I thought all Tomura's hands got busted up. One of them survived. It's a miracle it's stayed intact in all that chaos. Yeah, 'cause it's like his defined gimmick. In our quest to enlighten the world with Destro's will, I saw the League of Villains as an obstacle to be overcome. Yes, until that day, that was what I believed. I never doubted. But please understand, I was blind to the truth, bound by my blood, and trapped by principles that is until the day I witnessed true liberation. I have surrendered. No. I now see that Tomura Shigaraki is a true liberator. It is out of deep reverence and necessity that I advocate my position. The Liberation Army is revived with Tomura Shigaraki as its grand commander in light of our commitment to walk more a profound path of liberation. Our Liberation Army and the League of Villains will conduct a merger under a new name. The League Spinner and I devised this name together. Now tell them what it is, Tomura Shigaraki. Oh, psst, let's go. Boom! The Paranormal Liberation, as Shigaraki would call the organization. He removed the villain part and expanded on the concept of liberation I give you. Furthermore, I appoint the 9 individuals as you see here as my lieutenants, who will each be forming teams suited to their separate needs. That name's just decoration, kind of like this thing here. We're going to do whatever we want. I'm too late. This explains why he let me in so easily. What really happened over here in Deca? That was you guys, right? If only someone had taken down the League sooner, all those good little citizens would have died. Zip. Now remember, Hawk is trying to be a spy right now, and he's trying to join the League of Villains. So as you can see right here at this page, he's talking to Dabby. So let's go a little bit further. Whether this is really him or not, clearly you actually killed someone. An army's worth of soldiers united under a single commanding will. Feel Good Incorporated with total control of the network. Deterrent with its deep ties to industry. And probably at least a few more of those high in Nomu. You could do whatever you want. Even in this superpowered society overflowing with heroes, you, Shigaraki, have amassed power on par with those heroes. Maybe even greater. And back to Redestro. Splendidly done, sir. Something to drink, perhaps? Shigaraki, get lost. And then Redestro, happily, let us get lost, Trumpet. This is a painful to be witnessed. I guess he climbed the corporate ladder by kissing butt like that. Slam, whoa! It's a miracle he was standing at all given his wounds. What an overblown new name, though it's certainly better than League of Villains, which always felt so tacky. Hey, I tamed Mecha. That's how you wanted me to prove myself, if I remember right. Your memories return, and you're back to your original self, quirk included, as promised. I'll grant you power if that's what you desire. However, there's one final little task before that. You need to bring me something. Well, how do you do, Mr. Number 2? You're looking pleased as punch. Sure am. Now how about some intros? Can't make a move yet, he's thinking. They're still their backer in the shadows. I gotta figure out the whole story here as soon as possible before calling in Endeavor and others. Come on, Hawks. If you're not quick enough, all of Japan is done. And that's the end of the chapter. And as you see, apparently I thought that Hawks was going to join the League of Villains because he wanted to be a bad guy. But after reading that chapter, I do think it's leaning towards he's trying to find some more information on what's going on, because he kind of knew that there was something big going to happen. So we'll see next week. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see what happens in the next chapter. And once again, guys, thank you for staying and watching this video, and I hope you enjoy it. Once again, thank you so much, and see you next week.